Hello there, lovely people. This is me, Ashley, here, sending my love to you from whatever reality I'm in today to whatever reality you find yourself in. This video is really about how important and why it's so important that we talk to each other. Obviously it's for the fellowship, the understanding between us, about what we're going through. We can't even put into words how important that is. But it's also important on another level. And that's the fact that it's how we learn about what's going on with the Mandela Effect. It's how we put things together, each of us and our experiences. When we talk to each other, it's putting parts of a jigsaw together and we're getting a clearer picture of exactly what the Mandela Effect is doing. And from the first time that people actually noticed changes in a big way that they couldn't ignore, although I managed to ignore them, that was in about 2015 when most people actually woke up to the Mandela Effect with things happening to them. But it's only by talking to each other that we started to understand that at first it was logo changes and then the Mandela Effect moves on, doesn't it, and it develops. And it went from logo changes to buildings disappearing and changing and things. So, it has moved from when we first started seeing changes. But why it's so important to talk about our experiences is because without speaking to each other, we can't have we all are searching so hard to find out what's going on. How can we have any kind of clear understanding at all if we don't know what's going on with other people? Because yes, we do share an awful lot of the same big Mandela Effect changes, but as time has gone on, we have realised through talking to each other that we don't actually share the same reality at the same time. And that what is a new reality for some people is some people's forever reality. And it's completely new to them, or in some cases it isn't changed for you yet. It's exactly the same as it always has been for you yet, and there is no change. But it's only by talking to each other that we know these things, and we realise that's how we realised that we're not in the same reality at the same time. And yet here I am thinking that everybody all understands the same things now, and yet, like I've said, there are still loads of people out there that think that everybody from Sagittarius has just moved to Orion. Now, I know I harp on about it because I'm an Orion original, but to me that's a massive fucking bit of the jigsaw puzzle, I'm afraid. It's not something blasé. The fact that people still don't realise that they have moved to that people from Orion are also affected, and we don't come from, what's happened to us is the same as them, and we're not on the original Orion. And that the original Orion and their Sagittarius shared an awful lot of the same history. But over time we've realised through talking to each other that there are nuances between even those realities. For instance, in my reality, the ashes of Levy, I think his name was, I can't remember at the moment, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning or something. His ashes were blasted off onto the moon in the 90s in my reality, but it's only recently changed for some people. So that's it. People still don't understand the simplest of things, even throughout the Mandela Effect community. But this is why it's important that we talk to each other. For instance, earlier on I put up a video about how Yeshua is a Mandela Effect for me, and somebody had said, well, a few people had said how it was, it wasn't a Mandela Effect. Well, it wasn't a Mandela Effect. It had all come about because of the Passion of the Christ. Everybody was more interested in, in a secular way about how he lived his life and things. And I accept that for your reality, but that's not my reality. That didn't happen in my reality. And also, I'm sorry, love, I can't remember your name. A girl also commented that it changed for her in the 90s when it changed from trespasses to debtors in the Bible at the same time. So it wasn't for that person, it wasn't the Passion of the Christ that changed it in her reality. So that's three separate realities going on right there, isn't it? But we're all Mandela affected. So it proves that we're not sharing the same reality at the same time. But it's only by talking to each other and accepting that we are not sharing. We're not in the same reality at the same time. It's quite clear by talking to each other. And I think it's really important that everybody in the community understands that. You know, and also somebody, I also put up about how Cook's matches had changed size. They weren't the size of the massive box, they're now this big. And somebody had said, you're better off triple checking the ME because it can play tricks on you. Well, no, it doesn't. It's just, this is my reality. It isn't yours. And I was really surprised, actually, by the amount of people actually commenting that, oh my God, yeah, they have changed. Woo! I found that as well, you know. I think it's Jemima Puddleduck actually said that she got her matches out that she bought that were in a camping stuff from 2015, and they changed. We know what's in that box. It's my reality. It's not your reality, and if you don't understand the simple fact that we don't share the same reality at the same time, that's a simple thing that you're missing, love. Do you know what I mean? Please understand that. You're not understanding the Mandela effect and how it works and how it moves. But it literally is only by talking to each other and listening to each other and each other's experiences that any of us know this stuff. Any of us know that we're not in the same reality at the same time. So, please keep sharing your experiences, and whenever your reality clashes with somebody else's, just say, yes, but this is my reality, and we don't share the same realities anymore. I mean, that's the whole point, isn't it? That's the whole point. I'm not crazy. My reality is just different from yours. It's as simple as that, peoples, isn't it? But yeah, this is my whole point. Our connection, our fellowship, it means it's on many, many levels, and learning from each other. I'm sure we're supposed to. I think, that's why we're crossing over. That's why Google, at one point, thank God, Google or whatever it is that we're getting this through, because I'm sorry, I don't know how I'm doing this. I don't know, it's like magic to me anyway. But however we're able to connect like this through YouTube, throughout the realities and through Facebook and social media seems to be able to cross past the realities quite happily. But we would never be learning anything about what's happening to us if we didn't talk to each other and accept that our realities are different to each other's. It's the only way we're gonna, we're all desperate to know what's going on. We've all studied all kinds of weird and wonderful things since becoming affected. You know what I mean? I've been talking about bloody particle physics and shit. Bloody hell. That's how mad it's become. So we need every single bit of evidence that we can get to help put the picture together. And the fellowship of actually speaking to people that understand what we're going through. So, it is, I still can't believe that people don't realise that we don't share the same reality as each other anymore. But it's time to spread that news, isn't it, really? It's time to spread that news. I'm sorry, my arm's aching like a mad bastard. This phone is way too heavy for me. Oh, God. Anyway, lovely people, as always, thank you so much for listening to me, for your love, your prayers, your support, your fellowship, your information, most of all, your information. Oh, I'm an information whore. So thank you so much for all of that. And my love to you all till next time.